Hello chess lovers, Suren here, and in this video I want to share with you a magnificent chess puzzle composed by Soviet-Ukrainian chess composer Tigran Gorgiev. This was first published in 1937 in Ukrainian chess magazine Shakhist. The task is to win with the white pieces. You can pause the video and try to find the solution. Meanwhile, I can give you a hint. In this case, we are going to see a staircase pattern. Something which we have already seen many times, and once you know the idea, finding the solution can be pretty easy. So if we take a look at the position, we can see that right now black is threatening queen a1 check, which will force a stalemate. That's why in order to neutralize that threat, white is playing rook b2 is blocking the long diagonal. Queen g8, another threat is on the board, and this time we see rook b3, queen h8, and only in here white is winning this pawn on b5 in order to free the c4 squares for the rook. By the way, if you go for king takes b5 straight away in here, then here is the problem with this move. In this case, your rook is on b1, can't help the king, and with queen g8 and then queen c4 check, black can force a draw. For example, what are you going to play? Rook b3, or I don't know, rook c1. In both cases, queen c1 can follow, and you are forced to accept, otherwise there is this queen a6 mating threat, after which stalemate will appear on the board. That's why, as a first move, we see rook b2, blocking the long diagonal, and then rook b3, a to g8 diagonal is also blocked, and finally white is winning the pawn on b5, queen g8, king a5, a very important move. Other continuations are leading to a draw, and only after queen h8 this rook is again joining the game, and we have rook c3, queen g8, rook c4. Now can you understand how important it was to remove the pawn from b5? Already black can no longer capture on c4 with the pawn, and as you may have already noticed, this queen can never leave the 8th rank because there is always this c8 queen threat hanging in the air. Queen h8, rook d4, queen g8, rook d5. Gradually white is making a progress and is going up the stairs, and in this case we have an absolutely staggering rook e6 move, and it turns out that black can win this rook neither with the queen nor with the pawn. If d takes e6, then d7 is coming. That's why we have queen h8, rook f6, queen g8, rook f7, queen h8. Okay, you have to be very careful, no need to win this pawn. Again, you should block the long diagonal, queen e8, and rook takes g3. So finally, by kicking away black queen from this g8 and h8 squares, white is managing to win the pawn on g3, and that's something which will allow white to make a progress. White needs this g pawn to convert the advantage into a victory. g5, queen c8. It doesn't matter will it be the e8 square or c8. In this case, the important thing is that if a move like queen f8, then already rook takes d7 can follow. That's why all the time black is protecting this pawn on d7, and meanwhile the g pawn is stepping forward. At this point we see king a4 losing a tempo, forcing black queen to move away from the long diagonal, after which rook f7 is on the board, and then the g pawn steps the 7th rank, queen e8, rook f8, and there it goes, black king is getting checkmated. Let's go for another promotion to a rook. White rook deserves to announce a checkmate, you know, and this is how a single rook prevails a powerful queen. How do you like this beauty, guys? Earlier I have already shared with you a chess puzzle, again composed by Gorgiev, where a queen was prevailing a rook in a similar type of position. In case you missed it, the link will be in the comment section. But yeah, this time weaker piece is prevailing the queen, and this looks very beautiful, a very creative approach, and I hope that you enjoyed this chess puzzle greatly. Feel free to share with your friends. We'll see you in my next video. Take care.